Father wanted to kick me out at the age of 16 because my stepsister and stepmom framed me. My father had remarried when I was just 8 years old, and I gained a stepmother and a stepsister in the process. At first, everything seemed fine. We were the perfect picture of a happy family, but as the years went by, tensions began to rise. My stepsister, Heather, was 2 years older than me, and we couldn't have been more different. She was popular, outgoing, and excelled in school and sports. I, on the other hand, was more introverted and struggled to find my place in the world. I often felt overshadowed by Heather's accomplishments, and it didn't help that my stepmother seemed to favor her over me. Things came to a head when I turned 16. On the night of my birthday, I came home to find my stepmother and Heather waiting for me in the living room. They both had angry expressions on their faces, and I knew something was wrong. "Sit down, we need to talk," my stepmother said, her tone cold and accusatory. I took a seat on the couch, feeling a sense of dread wash over me. What could they possibly want to talk about on my birthday? Heather spoke first, her words dripping with disdain. "We know what you've been up to, and we're not going to stand for it any longer." I was confused. What were they talking about? I hadn't done anything wrong, or so I thought. My stepmother handed me a folded piece of paper, and my heart sank as I saw what was written on it. It was a screenshot of a conversation on social media, supposedly between me and a group of friends, discussing plans to skip school and party. I tried to explain that it wasn't me, that someone must have framed me, but they wouldn't listen. Heather claimed that she had seen me with the group of friends in question, and my stepmother accused me of lying to cover my tracks. Before I knew it, my father came home from work, and I was faced with a united front of accusations. They all believed that I was a troublemaker, a delinquent, a disgrace to the family. "I've had enough of this behavior," my father said, his voice stern and unforgiving. "I can't have you corrupting your sister with your bad influence. It's time for you to leave." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. They wanted to kick me out of the house, on my birthday, all because of a false accusation made by my stepsister and stepmother. Tears streamed down my face as I begged for them to reconsider, but they were unmoved. My father gave me until the end of the week to pack my things and find somewhere else to live. Feeling betrayed and abandoned, I turned to the only person who had always been there for me, my best friend, Sarah. She welcomed me with open arms, offering me a place to stay until I could figure things out. As the days passed, I tried to piece together what had gone wrong. Why had my stepsister and stepmother framed me? What had I done to deserve this treatment? It wasn't until a week later that the truth finally came to light. Sarah had managed to track down the friends mentioned in the social media conversation and discovered that it was all a setup orchestrated by Heather and her friends. Armed with this newfound information, I confronted my father and stepmother, demanding that they hear me out. I presented the evidence that proved my innocence and exposed Heather's deception. To say they were shocked would be an understatement. They had been so quick to judge me, so eager to believe the worst about their own daughter, all because of a lie spun by my stepsister. In the end, my father apologized profusely, admitting that he had been blind to the truth. He had let his own biases and prejudices cloud his judgment, and he had almost lost me because of it. We were able to mend our broken relationship, but things would never be the same between us. The scars left by their betrayal ran deep, and I knew that I would always carry the pain of being falsely accused and rejected by my own family. But through it all, I learned the true value of friendship and loyalty. Sarah had stood by me when everyone else had turned their backs, and I would be forever grateful for her unwavering support. As I reflected on the events that had transpired, I realized that sometimes, the people closest to us can be the ones to hurt us the most. But it is in those moments of darkness that we find the strength to rise above the lies and the deception, and emerge stronger than ever before.